let's ignore that logo. That's a very old logo. For a different time. Alright. How's everyone doing today? I haven't really done a live stream in a very long time, so there's going to be some growing pains, I have a feeling, with this one. Why'd the music stop all of a sudden? Like when I started playing, now it stops? Love that. Maybe it's just resetting. Do I need to turn the game sound down at all? Yeah, also let me know if the stream is choppy or not, because YouTube is saying that the bitrate's a little too low, but it's looking fine on my stream. So, just let me know if it's not good. Move this controller. My desk is a mess right now. So yeah, I figured in this stream what I'm going to do is, you know, it's the morning, I don't have too much going on, girlfriend's at work. And so I was like, hey, you know what? I haven't done a Satisfactory stream in ages. So I figured, hey, why not just, you know, the world that I'm kind of working on right now? Just do a live stream, get your guys' feedback, because there's always some things that I'm curious about. Yeah, so Thunder, so pretty much what I'm trying to do is let me explain what the idea is here. Obviously, like most Satisfactory builds, I'm trying to go for more scale with this one, and so there's going to be a lot more wasted space, if that makes sense. Usually a lot of my builds, I really try to focus on not using any more materials than I have to. Like sometimes I do for aesthetics, but like height-wise and like width-wise, I try to like keep everything as confined as possible. But like watching some other streamers like Fluxo, he's an amazing creator of this game, and he's given me a lot of inspiration. I'm sure you guys have heard of him. But you're going to see some of the inspiration from him in here too. But pretty much what I'm trying to do is fill up this entire area with one big factory. So this is going to be the trains here, bringing stuff in. The one thing I always struggle with in this game, and the reason why you don't see a lot of working stuff in my videos a lot of the times, is because like I'm so stuck on like how many resources do I really need. And I have honestly never played Satisfactory all the way through. So it's always a little hard to figure out, like, what do I need? It's like, for example, is this, was it nitrogen gas, I think is what it's bringing in? Yeah. Like, I've never done anything with nitrogen gas. That's loud. Yeah, Thunder, how's the stream looking, by the way? I can turn down the game volume if I needed to. So I'm not sure how loud the machines are. If I need to, I can turn it down in the game itself. So, but hopefully the stream's looking good. So, let's see, Blender. It's too early in the morning. I'm not used to playing video games and talking and thinking this early. So nitrogen gas, I know we need it for, yeah, nitric acid. Thing is, like, do I want to make that here, or do I want to make it somewhere else? I know we also need it for, I think we'll use it for fused modular frames. I think that's going to be the best thing that we're going to need. Okay, so we need a heavy modular frame, which is made in the manufacturer. So let's lay out all the stuff that we need real quick. That's one thing I like to do, is lay out exactly what do we need. Where do we lay this out at? Let's lay it out up here. Of course, I did start this stream as soon as it turned to night. Of course. Love that for me. Okay, so, we know we need a blender. Where'd it go? The blender will make fused modular frames. So we'll definitely have enough nitrogen gas for that. Heavy modular frame. And how many do we need? 1.5 per minute. This makes 2 per minute. So I would need, if I wanted, let's see, if I wanted to make more fused modular frames, it's like 3. I mean, I guess I could just have this go down to 1.5. Or no, because this is making 10. Hold on. Oh, that's modular frames. I'm losing my mind. So heavy modular frame 1.5. So put that down to 75%. So modular frames, we need 7.5. Okay. Wait, was that in the constructor? I can't remember if modular frames were constructor or assembler. You can tell I haven't played this game in a very, very long time. Yeah, I think it's the assembler. Yeah, I figured, you know, I don't really haven't done a lot with Satisfactory in a while. I mean, I've gone back into making some videos, but I figured you guys don't normally see how I build and how I go about doing things. So, I'm trying something a little bit different this time. Okay, modular frames. And how many did we need? We needed... So now we need 7.5. This is making 2. Ooh, so we're gonna need a lot of these. And I try not to overclock anything. Is there an alternate recipe, actually? Ooh, okay, hold on. That's better. Because then we could underclock these for our 7.5 per minute. What's the other recipe give us? 3. So I think I'd rather use this bolted frame. 1. I think I'd rather do that and then just bring in a lot more screws. I think that's going to be better. So then we'll just need 2 of these at... What is 7.5 divided by 2? I'm horrible at math, guys, so don't hate on me. 3.75. 3.75. What? So also at 75%, so that works. Set this to 75. Okay, so that should give us enough. I mean, I think we're just going to have excess reinforced plates and stuff like that, I think is what we're going to be doing with that. Okay, so we have our modular frames. So steel pipes, we need 30 per minute. Steel pipes. We need 20 per minute, is that what I said? 30 per minute. That kind of sucks. Okay, what's the alternate recipes do? Oh, so much closer. So the question is, would I rather overclock for this one, because it's so close? Also, I normally play with creative mode just because, one, for video's sake, it's so much easier. Let's give items. Power shard. Let's give me 10 of them for now. So, if I put this in there, I need 30. Yeah. So I think that's going to be the better thing to do instead of using 2 constructors. So we'll need 120 ingots per minute, so that's a lot of ingots. But I think we can definitely do that. I mean, obviously we can, because it's in the game. But okay, so then we're good on steel pipes. Encased industrial beams. Is that assembler? Yeah. And then how many do we need? We need 7.5 per minute. Yeah, hopefully everyone's doing good today. Welcome to the stream if you are just tuning in. This is kind of what we're working on now. New world that I made called Aurora Industries. So this is going to be like where everything takes place, everything gets brought in. So, train station. I'll show you guys the train station and what I plan on doing with this. Let's fly on down here. So also, I want this to be like inside, so I'm still trying to figure out how I want to enclose everything. So what I'm doing, to kind of walk you guys through my different building method this time around. Normally, I would try to complete this train station, right? So I would try to enclose it, you know, be like, okay, it's all good to go, make sure it's not floating in the air. But what I'm trying to do is get everything laid out first, and then I'll build everything around it. So that way I can be like, oh, okay, here's actually how much headroom I need, or here's how much space I actually have to work with. Hey, Zero. How's it going? Yeah, so the train's going to actually come through this cave, which I actually think is pretty cool. So it's going to come in through here, make a right, and then it's going to exit over here, kind of by like the swampland, which I do hate this swampland area. I think it's just a horrible looking area. But yeah, that's kind of the idea. And the other thing I'm trying to figure out is how do I want my hub itself to look like? Because I'm not too sure on that one. How's the stream looking, guys? If you guys could comment, like, is it choppy? Is it fine? Just let me know. 'Cause it's hard to tell on my side if it's choppy or not. So, okay. But yeah, so we're trying to figure out what we can do with nitric acid right now. I'm thinking we're going to be making these heavy modular, or the fused modular frames. We're going to make those for now. So, and this is just enough for just the 1.5 per minute. So, obviously, what I like to do is lay out the end goal and then lay out all the machines that we'll need so we can figure out like an area that we need. So, give me a second. I'm going to take a drink of my McDonald's iced coffee, not sponsored. Awesome, thank you, Jake. Okay, so where were we? Yeah, thank you, Christian, as well. Thank you guys for letting me know. It's just so hard to tell because when I started the stream, it was like, oh yeah, your bit rate, which controls like how often it refreshes and the quality, was saying it was low through YouTube, but I'm not getting any worries from anything else. Okay, so encased industrial beams, we need 7.5 per minute. Oh, man, I hate when it's like just barely off. What's this giving us? 7.5. I'd honestly rather do this, because then I just need 2 of these. Yeah, so we're just going to do 2 of these. Is there another recipe? Is there? Yeah, I don't think there is. Yes, let's keep that. So, alternate recipe for this one as well. Okay, so then that will give us... Hey, don't make fun of my math here, guys. Did I just literally type in exactly... Yeah, it's the exact number that I just had. Ignore me, guys. So, 3.75. Oop. Which sucks, I like having whole numbers for everything, but, you know. This is just a rough concept so far. I'm a bit quiet compared to the game. Oh, thank you. I can actually change that. I should be able to. Let's see. How loud is the game volume, guys? Is the game volume too loud? I just upped everything. So let me know. I upped my voice, so that should be better. But I also lowered the game audio a little bit. So, yeah, thank you for the feedback, Zero. I really appreciate it. Because you can never really tell, right? It's so difficult to tell sometimes. Okay, so then we're good on encased industrial beams, and then screws, obviously we know. We need 180 screws per minute. That's going to be an alternate recipe. I already know that. Better? Awesome. Thank you, guys. So, screws, we know 120. Dang! This gives out 260 with the alternate recipe with 5 steel beams? Wait, I tried to mute my mic to cough. Did I have my mic muted the entire time for a little bit there? Okay, so what, we need 180 per minute. I didn't think this alternate recipe. So, okay, so then these are the main machines. Now the question is, with some of these, with this build, I'm trying to figure out, like, do I want to bring in all of the raw resources to then build the things, or do I build separate factories? This is one of the biggest things I struggle with this game is, do I want to separate things out and then bring them into a bigger area, or do I want to do it all here? Part of me feels like I want to do it all here, because I want to utilize all this area and fill this up. Because one of the other things I struggle with is different elevations, which I'm going to be trying to get better with this build, with Aurora. So I'm going to try to utilize like this coming down from the cliff and taking up some of this area. Like not everything has to be on the same plane, and that's something I always struggle with in doing. You'll notice a lot of my builds are very flat when it comes to elevation, something I'm trying to get better at. Alright, let's collect you. So I don't have to hear. Power slug! There's also a lot of radiation over here, because with uranium. Part of me actually originally wanted to actually build this entire facility up here. I decided not to do that, but it's probably going to expand over this way. So, but yeah, so I showed you guys where the train's going to be coming in from. It's going to exit in between these two rocks. And so I made a video, was it last week? About a world where it's like a world template. So I haven't used that. Because one, I didn't realize that you can't just like save as of a world. Like it kind of, like what's the word? Like it keeps its original name. You can't just like say, like if I wanted to hit save game, and I rename this to something else, it's still going to save under Aurora Industries, which is a shame. I wish you could do like a save as to like really utilize the template, so that way when someone else downloads it, they're not going to see Aurora. You know, they're going to see whatever they want to rename it as. So I would like if they change that. So if this is all the machines that we need for just how many was this? Fused modular frames. We actually haven't even. That's just for the modular frame. We haven't even done the aluminum casing, which I think was that an assembler? Yeah, aluminum casing. 112 per minute. We need 75 per minute. So if we put this to 75. So I feel like, oh, again, I'm struggling here. How do I want to do this? I might just have separate factories just for making the different ingots, and then using a train to bring all those ingots in. The problem is doing that, you're then going to have so many, like, train cars, and of course you could, you know, combine, you know, different ones, and then using smart splitters to bring this stuff out. That's one way I could do this. And these, like, are all fluid buffers here. I don't plan on using all these as fluid buffers. Right now they are. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas too, definitely let me know in the chat, because sometimes I struggle with like how many of quantities I need of each, because it's like with this game it's so complex, right? And it's one of the things that's a love-hate relationship with it, because it's trying to figure out, it's like, okay, this only makes 1.5 fused modular frame per minute. Well, how many of these do I need later down the line? Do I need 6? Do I need just 1.5 per minute? Will that get me through? So that's one of the things I struggle with. I mean, I guess we could just literally type in, like, what else are they used for? So they're used for... okay, so they're used for the pressure conversion cube. Which, what's that made in? The assembler. So, I think that's at the bottom, right? So we would need 1 per minute. Okay. I mean, it's not bad, because then every 3 minutes I'm making 3. So I'm just having a little bit of extra. So it's fine. Output multiplier. Huh? Is that new? 'Cause that's different than... Interesting. Because those are like the... I forget what you call them. Like, you pick up around the world. Which actually, I think... some of these close by, I just never pick them up, since I normally just play in creative. I thought there was one around here. Alright, let's come down here real quick. I know we haven't gotten too much into the building yet, guys. I will be doing that here in a minute. I know there is something around here. Down here? Is this another oh, there's a cave down here. Spider time! Dang! I realized how big this cave was. Oh my. Yeah, actually, this is what I was just looking for too. The summer sloop. Oh, I knew where this was. I just didn't know there was a cave out. Okay, come on, jump up. There we go. Like you, purple power slug. Yeah, let's just blow you guys up. It's fun to blow things up, isn't it? Put these. Okay. Might have been loud. Sorry, guys. Mind the explosion. Mind the gap. Okay. So, I think we're... So what does this output multiplier do? So, do I need 2? So would this produce more, then? Does it do anything to the machine? Oh, it'd be awesome if it made the machine kind of like glow more. Alright, well now I gotta know what this does. Give me that. So what's it do? I mean, does it just... So I'm confused on what this does. Oh. Okay, so I see. So, this is... I got it. So like if I put this here, it ups the quantity of the stuff on the left, also up, you know, outputting the stuff on the right. But with the output multiplier, it's still the same amount of input, but you still get more output. Got it. Is that new? Has that always been there? No way, right? I know it's been a while since I've played this game, but that can't be right. So then, okay. So, let's focus on this first. So if we need this, we could make a lot of these. So let's come... guys, I should have made this down there, because now I'm going to have to come back up here. So... because we have a lot of nitrogen gas, which we don't have to use all of it for this, right? But it'd be nice. We're going to get rid of these plants. Hate plants. They clip through your floors and everything. Where's the power slug? There it is. There's so many power slugs over here I've noticed as well. It's new? Okay. So I'm not crazy. I was like, no way I've missed that my entire time playing. That's cool though, I like that. Did that come out with 1.0? Okay, so now we're actually going to start building. So, let's figure this out. Okay, we just need the radiation to go away. Lizard doggo down there, I just saw. Production. Resource well attractor. How do I want these placed? We'll just place them right now. I don't care about orientation, we'll fix that later. This is going to give us so much nitrogen gas. I mean, this is 660 per minute. Pretty much what it's giving us. So, let's figure this out. So the main thing is the assembler. Like I said, I want to deal more with elevation this time. I kind of want this to be where... let's see. Nope, come on, there we go. You kind of walk in. I want to hide this rock from this side. So then maybe what we do is bring... yeah, because 3 is normally what we need. Bring this around. Something like that. Blueprints, building pieces. I know this is too tall, but it's actually how I want it to actually be right now. How do I want this? Put it here. Oop. I want to get rid of the whole blueprint. There we go. So if we did that all the way across, I actually kind of like that, how that looks. So this is why I like using the blueprints, because then you can just copy them. And then it's so much easier if you need to delete things. Which is the button for the to-do list? I think what you do is... like if I wanted to make something, what's the best way to actually... it's like if I clicked on this in the codex, you then just add to-do list, and then it will add it to your objective markers. I believe. I don't want you guys to expect anything like my streams to be like Fluxo or Kibitz. I'm not going to be like them. I hardly ever stream. I hardly have played this game in the last year. Like, yes, it feels good to be back, but like I'm still not a expert at this. Okay, so I do like this. I like how this is kind of looking. So then you would walk in through here. You would see the rock. So that's the other thing I'm trying to do better with as well, is utilizing nature around the builds and not like always like ignoring them. Is my game volume loud, guys? I mean, that's like, even in my ears, it's pretty loud. Audio. What is this? Enable to turn off sounds such as eating. Ah, got it. Some ambient noise. Let's turn this down a little bit. Equipment noise. I don't know if that actually helped. I think I did carbon steel. So I'm really liking using the unpainted and carbon steel looks because, especially for blueprints, it's great because everyone has those. And so, like, if you were to download the blueprint, you don't have to worry about having my colors. You can just, you know, you're gonna have the unpainted and everything already. So the question is, now do I do something like this? Might look better with too tall, honestly. I think it's gonna look better this way. Let's see. I do like that more. I'm trying to figure out if I fully like it though. So I think, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're actually gonna get rid of the curve in the wall here. I have an idea. Get rid of this as well. Hux, hey boss, welcome back to Satisfactory. Missed your videos while you were gone. Yeah, it's definitely a hard game to get back into because, like, it's always overwhelming to get back into it because there's so much to do and it's so time consuming as well, but it does feel good to be back. It's one of those games to where I've always felt like when you're playing it, you know, like, you get hooked on it, but then when you take a break it kind of feels good, right? But then when you come back to it, you get hooked on it for another, like, you know, 2 weeks. But yeah, I mean, things were tough there for a while. I mean, I haven't really talked about it in any of my videos because, like, there's no point to, really. But since it's a stream, it's a little bit easier. I worked for a esports company that then went under. So they had layoffs. So then I was affected by that. Let's have this. Maybe we do this. I still want to keep some of that. Let's do this. Well, actually, if I'm going to do that, just make this a 4. Have less pieces. And so, yeah, so I had to deal with the layoff, which sucked. And then I was working at an Amazon warehouse for 4 months while I was, like, trying to get a career back and, you know, job hunting and all that kind of fun stuff. So that... Oh, man. So many things to... Come on, get rid of the new. And so, like, that was when I really stopped making videos because I just had no energy because I was working a night shift, too, to make even close to the money I was making before with my career. But then, luckily, one of my old coworkers from the esports job that I had reached out to me. He's like, hey, the company that I'm working at now, I do like this more. So I think what I'm going to do, I want a flat section of this, though. So he reached out, I was like, hey, they have a graphic design position open if you want to apply for it. So I did. And for the past, how many months are we in? 8 months? I've been working with them and absolutely love it. It's literally my dream job. I love it. Love the people I work with. Love the company. I don't think I actually like that as much. I thought having this one piece would be better. I mean, we could try a half. Honestly, I actually don't mind that. It's a little more subtle. Get ready for a lot of this, guys. When I build, this is one of the reasons why I've never really streamed that much, is because when I do play, I go back and forth so much on things. Because, like, I'm such an indecisive person. But yeah, so going back to the whole job thing. So yeah, now I'm back in a job that I love. I still work remote. It's literally a dream job. I couldn't ask for anything better. So I'm in a lot better place now. So I don't think this one would look as good if I did it. I mean, I think if I'm going to do this, it needs to be up here. So I need to use a ramp. But yeah, seeing some of the builds from, like, some of the other creators, like when I came back to Satisfactory, has been crazy. The stuff that people have been able to do. I like that. Yeah, I think I like that. How would this look? I mean, guy, I don't know if are you just, like, asking? Like, what I'm trying to do? Or, we need to get rid of... Hold on. Only downside about blueprints is these extra pieces. There we go. Oh, I think I see what you're saying. You're saying... Okay, you're trying to draw. I see what you're trying to do. I was confused for a second. I was like, what are you trying to do? So then, let's put this here. Then I gotta figure out what to do with this extra space over here. Part of me's thinking like fluid buffer storage is what it could be. So, still trying to figure that out. Also, I hate how they have... No, I know what you're trying to do, guy. I appreciate it. I don't like how the asphalt pieces have these lines in the middle, because I don't like all the lines that go in different directions. It's annoying. Oh. Do I have it right? Yeah, it's right. I wish they just made them just a solid piece. Would make my life so much easier. And my OCD, for that matter. Okay, so that's better. So yeah. Kind of the idea is I want to have the hub up here. I'm trying to figure out how I want the buildings to go around the hub. But then what I have is you take this down, and you get shut up right next to the computer for the space elevator. What about black concrete? So I'm trying to stay away from the black concrete. Normally I like adding color to it, but I'm trying to only add a couple colors this time. So you'll see I'm trying to add this copper look to some of the concrete, which could look better down here, but I'm trying to use it like sparingly, more of an accent, you know? That way it's not too much. So what I do want to do now, though, is let's put this here. So I think the other issue with the black concrete, or are you talking about for like the roads down here? Is that what you're talking about, guy? Because I think if you're saying that, the issue with the black concrete is you get more of the like outlines, which I don't like even more. Like, I like how at least this is a nice seamless view. Like, you know, there's no border around each piece, which is what I like. It's just the pieces and like the lines in the middle, especially the farther away you go, they just get exaggerated more, so it doesn't look as good. That's one of the reasons why I don't like doing that. Alright, so let's do this. Offset this a little bit. Alright, so that's good. Bring this. Maybe we use 2 wide here. Nah, I'd actually rather use a 4. But then maybe what we do is this. Doesn't look as good right now. I need to figure out how I want to do that when I get to more the buildings over on the right side. Is that the ultra black though? I think so. I mean, I think it's just all black. Yeah, it's like the blackest you can get, I believe, in the game, unless there's something else that I just don't know. But yeah, I mean, so everything's set to 0, so that is... I mean, I could set it to matte, but... Okay, so then you would come in through here. Let's see. Add a door. I need to use my hotkeys more often, but I'm always so bad at utilizing them, because I switch between so many different pieces. So okay, that's good. So when you walk in, we need to add this. Also add... I like to add stuff in between here. I just don't know what I want to add, because sometimes you just can't fit enough in here. What would be something cool to put in here? Oh, the -10? I see what you're saying. Only issue with that is I think it would be too dark. So you're saying type in like -10 here? Or are you saying -10 on each of these? Oop, that's 110. I just did the same mistake. Is that what you're saying? Ah, I see. I mean, that does look better. I'll have to use that. Can you do that for more colors? Or is it just black and just maybe white as well? What does it do if you do it to white? Alright, guy. See, this is why I love streaming, because you get tips like this that you didn't think of before. Well, I guess you can't really do it with positive numbers, so I guess black is the only thing you can do it with. So, interesting. I wonder if I can utilize that in other places. Well, how would you do it with white, though? Because white is just, you know, a 1. You can't say, like, +1, you know, or, like, -1. So I feel like it'd only work with black. But I do like that, though. Like, that does look smooth. It's just, like, it's too dark. How does it look if you change it to gloss, though? Oh. Okay, so it's just... Okay, I see what you're saying. So you just do, like, +10. I feel like... What's matte look like? So I think if I do that, matte is going to be the way to go. I think matte will look better. So I'm definitely going to utilize that more. Got to figure out how I want to utilize that. Okay, so it's good to go. So let's go back to this. I gotta be careful here. I don't want to mess up my circle that I made. So where's that line? There it is. Actually, if this is going to be inside, this isn't even going to be asphalt. It's going to be concrete. So, maybe what we do is extend this for now, so I have an idea of height. So you're saying... If I just did a all white, which I don't have in this world yet, which one do I want to get rid of? Can you rename the swatches? It'd be nice if you could rename. So you're saying just +10, +10. Yeah, that's bright. Okay. Now this I will utilize more. The white, I think. I think the black is just too dark. So this is the resource well. So what do we need? We just needed, for now, let's just say we needed 1 manufacturer. Right, so, or the blender. Is what we were saying we needed. Yeah, if they made it where you could rename the swatches, that would be great. Let's just say, like, if we put the blender up here, how many would we have to come down to put, like, a manufacturer? Because manufacturers are pretty tall. Production, manufacturer. I mean, that's probably a good amount, height-wise, because it leaves just a little bit of room. But then the weird thing about this is then I would have to have... I mean, I do like the blenders being up here, though. So what this area right here is, this is the other thing I'm struggling with where I have the train station. I want to have an area that, throughout the entire factory, that conveyors and everything can run in pipe. Kind of like in between the walls. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to do that, because it's kind of like right in the middle of like where I want to be right now. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to do that, because right now it'd be like this. Not a bad idea to do this now, actually, so I have an idea what this is going to look like. And also, what I can do next is, before the end of the stream, before I turn the stream off, what I'm going to do is I will show you guys one of the other worlds that I was working on, and it was a hub design. The problem was, I stopped working on it, and I do this a lot, to where I'm really bad at completing builds. But I stopped it because I didn't know what else to do with the hub. But I do think it looked good. Is this loud, guys? amount of zooping gets very loud. So if we were to do this, let's get you to just come out to here. That's fine. Actually, that isn't horrible. So the way... Okay, so hold on. So what if... It kind of... Like, it sucks that it would, like, cut off some of this area, but we could do that with, like, foundations. You're shooting at me. What's happening? Who's doing that? You! Alright. Let's not do that? Thank you. Easy solution. So I will say, this isn't bad though, because what we could actually do is if we take our foundations, set this machine down 2. This isn't bad. Because then, the nitric acid, or whatever it's called, what's it? Nitrogen gas, can come up through here actually, to the blender. And I already know we're going to need more than just one blender producing these. So this actually could work. Okay, so let's... Also, like, I do want to extend this all the way over, because it's going to have to go down different corridors and everything. So this gives me another idea of space that we need. We'll have, like, a door going through this. So, okay, so this is kind of all coming together. So, what we could do is, one, change this to gloss. I have to get better with not using gloss for everything, because I like how the gloss looks so much more than just regular concrete. But I don't always need to use it. I gotta remember that. Okay, so you would walk in. How many blenders can we fit here? So, production, blender, blender, blender. Where are you? There you are. So I do like that. It's like, it leaves enough room for other machines and like pipes to be coming in and out. So I do like that. Let's put you right here. Is that right? No, I need to get one more back actually. I forget that if you actually place it, you can actually just use the nudge tool to move it. I gotta remember that. I'm new to using the nudge tool, so like, one, don't, you know, be talking hate on me for not using it, because I learned about it the other day. Yeah, see you, guy. Hope you have a good day and a good weekend. You need to go back one. So let's do, is that where this one was? So we would need a lot of different machines. I'm thinking 3 would be good. So the other thing I want to try to do is, I think in this area I want to utilize, I like doing this, and I've done it with one hub before. I don't have audio now, since... Hey, I don't have audio now? It's been a long time since I saw you, though. Hope you're doing great. Oh, well, thanks, Nebula. I mean, is it on my side? Can you guys hear me? Or is it just the game? Or is it just you, Nebula? You can't hear. Ooh, I wonder, could I actually... Ah, so I... maybe. So what I could do is utilize underneath the space elevator. What I kind of plan on doing is utilizing all this space here as the storage area, because we're going to need a lot of storage. The other thing I'm trying to figure out too is, even though I want to utilize trains more and get better at using trains, I also still want to have a road coming through this area. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to do that, if the road's going to be higher above. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to do that, because the other thing I was working on with blueprints the other day was transport. You guys saw like some of my blueprints the other day. So I was like, here's this. Also, how is this gonna look with the straight black? Because I think this had black on it, so this could look different. So I made this as a blueprint that I made to transport, you know, vehicles and trains as well. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to utilize this so far. I haven't obviously gotten that far yet. Summer sloop. Like this, so I don't have to worry about hearing it. The heck?
The effigy has no song, only echoes, but it is part of a river.
Okay.
Why does the effigy...
You guys can't see my face because I don't have my webcam on, but...
Attention. Your brain's operations are outside typical parameters. Time spent daydreaming will be deducted from your sustenance budget.
Okay. So, we brought all this stuff in. I don't like how the machines look just being plain like this. So I want to figure out how can I make them look better. So what can we do? I don't want to cover up the machines really. I don't like doing that. Okay, hold on. This is one thing I like to do. Special, bring in a blueprint maker somewhere. Can we place it over here? Hey, gaming veteran. What kind of trouble we're getting into? Just me playing Satisfactory. That's the kind of trouble we're getting into. And you're gonna witness a lot of indecisiveness. Because I have such bad habit of, like, being indecisive, because I'm very picky about how my things look. Hey, mind your business over there. You know what? You know, do these guys spawn back? I feel like I killed all these guys, and they always come back. Okay, so what we're gonna do is let's place down the blender. So how can we make a blender look good? So is it just put it here for now? That's fine. So what can we do to make this look good? So you can't really cut this off, right? Because it has the machines going into it. So I don't want to cut that off. I like the inner workings of the machine there. I know some people will have this part clipping through the ceiling. I don't mind that, but it's not going to work with how we want to do things. I mean, we could maybe lift it up onto a pedestal. Oh yeah, this is literally my thought process, guys. So, like, all the videos you guys see, and the reason why I don't make a huge amount of videos is because I am such a picky person when it comes to how things look. And you guys just don't normally see, like, this side of things. How can we utilize these? I mean, we can utilize foundation pillars. I mean, these always look good. I don't really care about covering this up. So, what could we do? I feel like you can't do a lot with the blender. So I already lowered it. I mean, you can lower it with a 1 meter foundation, but I think that's actually going to clip into the inputs. Yeah, it's going to clip into the inputs. So I can't do that. Could do angled walls and pillars. Let's see. How would that look? If I put this here. Where's my 8 meter wall? Which one do I need? Do I need a 4 or an 8? Probably an 8, honestly. And my OCD does not like how it's not matching the angle. You can make a smoothie with it. Smoothie actually sounds really good right now. Okay, so if we can't really do anything else around it, how can we make it feel like it's more industrial, is the next thing. Using beams is the best way, honestly. So let's see. I don't like how these look. Wish we could just get rid of the, like, bases they come on. Actually, kind of gives me an idea to actually do that. This needs to actually come out more. It's giving me an, quick idea. So if I do this, how am I gonna get this placed? Though is gonna be the issue. Yeah, getting this place is gonna be the pain. Okay. I'm just starting to get comfortable with blueprints after 200 plus hours. See, I love blueprints because, like, so I have a couple blueprints so far. A couple I already showed, like roads, great for blueprints. But then also, like what I just did last night was train station. It's like each train has its own one, and so then you just get rid of the train station and replace it to make sure all the railway hooks up. Because even like what I did, one thing that people don't always remember with blueprints, especially with trains, roads, it's not a big deal. But with trains, for example, if I put this, no, that's the intermediate one. So I have this piece, right? It has a rail on it, but what I do is make it to where it doesn't go to the very end, and then have my intermediate piece, and then put, come on, this one here, and then you connect the two together, like this. Because, like, with rails, we know when you put the blueprint down, it doesn't automatically connect rails, and that's something that people forget about. So, okay. So back to this. I mean, I guess we could do a custom foundation, height-wise. No, but that would clip through the floor, so I don't think we'd actually be able to do that, actually. Alright, let's have this one come out. Yeah, that's where we need it. So 5. Aw, okay. That's not the end of the world. This still looks better than what we had, right? Because it kind of gets rid of the foundation element of it. So I am liking this more already. We just have to do the same thing here. Oop, wrong way. Put this one here. Okay, so that's good. Question is, I don't know how it's going to place the blueprint. That's going to be the other interesting thing to see. We could kind of enclose it a little bit. It's another option. I just finished phase 2. Trains are not on my radar yet. I'm still arguing with pump fits, or pump lifts. Yeah, I mean, I can't honestly say I'm too familiar with everything, and that's just because I play creative a lot. So I do like this more. I like how it makes the base look more. So this is good. Let's see. How can we use beam supports for this? Potentially, the way we use these correctly, kind of makes it feel more like a base. Okay. Not sure if I want to do that. Okay, so what hydro stuff. Kind of like feels like it's enclosed a little bit more. Sometimes you just have to trust the process. Like, I'm not fully liking how this is looking so far, but I'm trying to trust the process right now. Like, see where it leads you, and then figure out if you want to get rid of it. And that's the other good thing about the blueprint designer, is if I don't like it, I can just get rid of it very easily. I don't have to worry about getting rid of all the pieces. So if I do this... so it didn't go to the height that I wanted. So what I was going to do is maybe have it come through like this. It doesn't interfere with anything, so it's not bad. Let's do the other side. Now that's not bad. I don't mind this so far. I definitely prefer the base that we did compared to this. So we're going to keep everything else. Get rid of these so far. Because then what I'm going to do is, once we get this done, I can place them. So this is why I take more time with blueprint designers, because I can put more effort into one in making sure I like how this one looks, compared to, like, if I was to do this without one, then I'd have to redo it several times. And I would rather just do it once, personally. I wonder, you could kind of enclose this. But then you're getting rid of a lot of the pipes, like, that I like how it looks. Gotta run. I'll be back to check in more often. Yeah, sounds good. Thank you for coming in, gaming. So, that looks good. Can we place? Ah, you can't place that. I also do know that mods have become available. I saw that the other day. I mean, maybe for to do the beam thing, it would have to be with the industrial beams, not the... So then, what could we place? Ooh. Okay, hold on. Could do. Make it look like more of a support beam for that. I want it to go one more in. Does it look better that way? I think it looks better that way. So, walls. What do we have for walls that we could use? I like using these frame walls if I can. I just don't know how I want to use them yet. So it wouldn't line up. What could we do there? It's not bad. I mean, we definitely can't have it come through the middle because it would intersect with that, which I don't want. Other thing we could do is I like trying to make these, like, I like my builds to feel more realistic, so maybe trying to add access somehow. If we were to have access, it would be like through here. Let's see. Yeah, because I would want the access part to be like through here. Now that's not bad, because it intersects with the beam almost like a support piece. So that's not bad. Question is, like, where would you have the stairs coming up? I mean, you could have them loop around and come around to the back side. But you can't really do that on the front because there's a lot more inputs. There's not as many outputs. So maybe let's use a... here. We need a... Here we go. Now this isn't bad. This feels more realistic. So I do like this. Maybe just a corner piece here. And so the reason why I'm putting a corner piece here is because of the fact that also actually I would have to make a couple different pieces. Not that it would be hard to add on to, but I'd want all the machines to feel connected. But I like how you can, like, access the ladder from here to get onto the machine. Okay. Making good progress now. Don't want to have that one. Kind of come through. Well, that was a waste because you can't really see that, so that was just a waste of... Where's that beam? Here it is. Place. That one down. Okay, so I am liking this. It doesn't look like much, but that's kind of what I want. I don't want it to be... Could have come through like this. Why does something not feel right, though? This isn't bad. Would pipe clip through that? Logistics. I mean, it clips a little bit. But not enough, really, to where, like, it bothers me.
Fix-it pipelines can contain any fluid, including the water necessary
Have I not placed
for
any
coal-powered
pipes
generators.
in this world yet?
Note,
to get that notification?
water does not flow upwards by
Oh,
itself. While water extractors provide some lift, to
Okay.
truly defy gravity,
So-
consider the use of pipeline pumps.
I do like... This looks better with these beams. I will say that. I mean, again, it's clipping, but very little, so it's fine. Wrong side. Nope, what? So I wanted to... Here we go. Face that way. So it definitely looks better with these beams than the other ones we used, for sure. Down. All the corners. So what are you guys thinking? How do you guys think this looks? I know it's not much, it's very simple stuff, but I feel like there's not too much I can really do with the blender right now. Problem is with the walls. Again, I want to utilize... Where'd it go? That's architecture, that's why. It's frame walls. I just don't think I'm going to be able to use it very well. Oh, okay. Foundations. I hate this one issue with the blueprint designer. So this would have to go here. Texture... Frame wall. More on the inside or on the outside? Let's see. Probably more inside. How does that look? Nope. I wanted the other way. When I saw how it actually looked, I was like, nope. Wrong. So we want more on the inside. I would need to move the... I mean, that doesn't look bad. I just don't like how it sticks up past. And that's just because of the height of the beams. But I like how the rest of this is coming along. I don't like that. So I don't like how the beam goes through. That's not realistic. So this could be like the one side where we don't have it, maybe? Or if we do, it just like... If we want it to be more realistic, it could look like it gets notched. Through, maybe? Even then, actually that looks worse. Okay. I mean, what does it do if we just move this over one on this side? That honestly might be the better thing to do, this one. Problem is, like, when we get to... I don't want to... I have to, like, stop there. Why? What? Why can't I nudge that? Interesting. I mean, that definitely looks better. You know, there's no clipping through the stair, really. It looks more intentional. Let's do unpainted on the railings. And the machine. I like the unpainted look more. I think it just looks more clean. Like, this already looks more industrial, which I like. It doesn't look like just the machine. It looks like there's more going on. It looks more realistic. Like with what you would actually see in a factory, I would assume. So, I like this. Issue I would already see is I would need to have another walkway over here. But that walkway is all easy stuff to do, so I'm not too worried about any of that right now, I guess. Any way to utilize these small frame pillars? Might be able to, actually. Let's look. No, not really. Come on, get rid of him. What else could we do? I mean, other thing you could do is, in between all the inputs, do something like this. Like, would I want to add these in between? All these? Not necessarily. I think I actually liked how it looked more without them. I like these things being more on the ends. If I use the dual one now. How's that look being all black? I think it looks better, but I still think I like how it looks without. But maybe just the one in the middle would be more realistic. That's fine. Let's add one in the middle here. The middle? Is that the same spot? Ah, that's more in the middle. You know, I really want to turn on the mod for, like, I can control the daytime cycle. Because I do hate going with it sometimes. Let's do that. So I wish I could just have it be just one. Oh no, if we're actually going to do this, we're going to have a corner piece here. It needs to be... yeah, that's better. If we're gonna have this beam, these need to connect so they feel like they're supported. That's not bad. So then, if we did that, the good thing about that, because then if we have this come up... Ooh, I actually have an idea here. Okay, so if I have this come up to the height that I want it, like this, it looks like it's supporting the entire machine, right? But the other advantage of this place, where's that coming down at? Right into an input. Okay. I can utilize this with power. That's the other thing, is like, how do you want to route your power? So I can place it underneath and have it connect to that. That doesn't look bad. Because then what we can do is just run this all the way out to here. That can be, but yeah, it's too close to hitting my head, and I don't like that. Can I get it on top somehow? Mark 1. Ooh, okay. Progress. That's not bad. Then it really hides power. Okay. This is better. I like that. Okay. So I think we got everything we want for the blender placed. So, hold on. I need to make a new... Would it be under building? No. We're going to add a category to machines. Is there any, like, icon we could use for a machine? And drones. I mean, oh, right, this is the only things we have. Not really. I mean, we could just do this. No, that's a warning sign, though. I mean, that's fine. I don't need... So apply. Add subcategory. I don't understand why you have to add a subcategory. I guess you could add multiple, I guess is the idea here. So, okay. So let's apply changes. And then what we're going to do is Blender with platform. So then let's set the icon of a blender. What color do we want? Yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream so far. I know it's a different type of stream. So let's select that color. I think that's fine. And directory, machines, add blueprint here. Okay, so now we got that place. Let's go back down to where we were. And let's see if we can actually start placing them and if we're going to run into any issues. Blueprints, machines, blender. How are we looking? Do I want it here? Yeah, I think I want it there. Yeah, that's a good spot. Let's see how it looks. Did I want the out? Yeah, I think I wanted the inputs to be on the backside. Because outputs is less. Then I guess this is gonna be the next. So I guess actually this would have to be on far side, right? With how this is set up so far. So need to be here. So this is the tricky thing about this is. Does this one need to go here? Because theoretically I would need to make a alternate version that doesn't have the stairs here. I mean, unless... Let's look at something here. I also wish they had a railing that had like a full end right here. So I could do it this way. That wouldn't be bad. I don't think. Because then, like, on this one, the stair would go away, and I would just connect them like this. I don't think that's bad. Okay, so what we're gonna do is... I want to go edit that, or just leave it. I might just leave it, honestly. It's not worth going up and fixing it. It's not like it's a difficult fix. And then foundations, or what's under the railing? Organization? Forget. What are railings under? Architecture? Yeah. Because I hate how this looks. This never looks right. In the same. Okay. So I do like how this is looking. So let's copy this. Wasn't right, was it? It says it is. I mean, it showed the machines lining up. So then, if I were to do one more of these... So maybe what we do is other option I can see right now, because we could go all the way over to the side here, because we can get one more placed. Where's it need to be? There we go. So I have to go here, which would still allow for a walkway to go through on this side. Then you would have to walk like around to your right to get through to the other side. And if we have 4, we could split them up a little bit. Is the other thing I'm thinking of? Ooh, I kind of have an idea. So, I want this to be even. And again, if this is going to be inside materials, let's change all this to coated concrete. We'll fix the entrance one there in a minute. Like all this to be coated concrete. Maybe what we do though is Ooh, it kind of looks like factory, or not factory, but like, what's the word? Like, a medical floor is how it looks like this. How would it look with the black? Black's not bad, honestly. Forget, who, was it you, Thunder? Who said about the all black? It looks, oh, Guy, that's right, and he left. Said he had to go. This doesn't look bad. So, here's my idea. We're gonna get rid of these, and what we placed so far. And going back to elevation, my idea is we're gonna have this come over to here. Foundations, stairs. Where are my stairs? Do I need a 1 meter? Or do I need a 2? I need a 2 meter. Yep. So we need a 2 meter stair. Here. Then that connects to the other side. So now, like, this can act as like a little catwalk to get through, but then also to get into the machine room. Huh. That could work out really well, actually. Alright, so we do have to delete all the blueprints for this. What I might do, though, is make these 1 meters. How did I not get rid of that? So if we make these 1 meters, and then what we do is we go into inverted ramps, inverted 1 meter. Do that here. Kind of act as like support almost for this. Walls. Where am I? Can't really use the wall that I want. I mean, I guess we could just use concrete. Not the end of the world. Other question now is, do I make this catwalk 3 wide to kind of match the entrance area right here? I might actually do that. I think that might actually be better. That way it kind of looks more like not just a catwalk, but part of the building itself. I do think it will look better that way. And that, like, so that way when you're cutting through the building, it feels more intentional. I think that honestly looks better than... What? Do this on both sides. Let's make this black. Yeah, the straight black looks really good, especially in the gloss. Like on the gloss floor. And the reason why I'm actually thinking the black is going to be better here is I think it looks better. We missed. Is if you kind of think about it, it kind of feels like if any oil or anything from the machines were to spill, you wouldn't see it as much. There we go. So I gotta figure out what I want to do here. We could use this space over here for stairs. That's another shout of what we could do. So that's another option. Okay, blueprints. Machines, blender. So the next question is, what spacing do we need? I guess it's actually really simple. Right here. That's all we would need. And we're good there. I should have moved it one more back, so that way it lines up with the wall. So let's do that. Blueprint, that's what I was doing. Blueprints. so let's put it... Get the distance right, which needs to be here. But then... I think that's where it needs to be. Perfect. Alright. Then, make sure the machines are lined up. Get rid of the stairs on this one. Get rid of that. Perfect. So then we can actually figure out what to do with all this extra space. So we could just have it be a solid wall over here. Could look better. Then we don't need the stairs actually coming down. We just need this to come over and connect. And this is our way in to the area to check on the machines. Then all the pipes and everything are here. I like that a lot. Coded. And then change this to black. I think that looks a lot better. Then unpainted areas there. That's fine. These beams will need to extend and connect to the wall, but that will be easy. Okay, so they're lined up there. Perfect. It's actually coming together very well. Where we want that? Right? Yeah, I think that's where we want it. Let's again get rid of stairs, get rid of this, and extend this to the back. I think this looks a lot better. This looks more thought out, which is why I like it, and I think having this be the 3 wide makes it look so much better. So that's good. So then we need is walls. Need a side wall there. Then I'm thinking glass for most of this. I think on the ends it's not going to be glass, but I think for now it will be. And this comes over. Okay. I'm liking this so far. So you'd come in. Door opens to the left. I like that more. I like how you can see the rock to our left. I like that. Walls now. Didn't have zoop on. So those don't fully line up. I want to do that. I like the walls being more here. I like the machines being enclosed. I do like that. What do you guys think? Should I have the glass be even with the catwalk all the way around? You can't really tell too much, being that there's not really any seams on these glass panels, but so then I would still be able to access the backside of the machines and see like the inputs for everything. So I like that. Height-wise, it would line up better. The other thing that I got to think about is all these foundations are 4 meters right now. If I want to hide power and everything in between, what I can do is... actually, I don't need... So we did something like this. Allows us to hide more things up here. So that's good. I do like that. So if we were to do that, I mean, this lines up better. I do think for this last one, though, maybe this goes to just a wall like this for this last piece. It's not like it really matters that much, honestly. I mean, you can see a little bit of the overlap in the glass. Do I like that? Kind of looks cool. Kind of looks like those pieces of glass in like buildings and stuff. It's like this roof would extend all the way to here instead of when it just like stopped there. Yes, I mean we have a whole 4-meter foundation to put conveyor, pipes, anything like that that we need to move around. We can move up there. So now what we can do is get rid of these. Because that's going to be how we connect the different parts of the building. So we're literally right below the train station here. I don't think it's bad. What I do want to do though is like that. Did I ever even set these what they're making? I don't think I did. Fused modular frame. And fused modular frame. Ooh, it is. These beams are gonna like hit directly in the middle of the glass. Not a fan of that. It's not bad. I mean, it's not. How would it look if we actually separated the walls a little bit? No, not a fan of that at all. So that's a no on that. What I wanted there. The wall here. Come on. This place. There we go. That looks better. Feels more connected. So yeah, everything's good here. I still just need to add the railing over here, by the way. So, modern railing. I guess the other thing I could actually do is just extend that all the way to the wall. Same thing with this one. Painted. Good. So, the other thing I want to get better at too is internal walls, to not just look like this. I want them to actually feel more designed. So I'm trying to figure out, how do I want to do that? Roofs are always the big thing for me, like trying to figure that out. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, so those all need to move up. Alright. What am I hearing? Hearing something. Almost like a power shard. That's good. Yeah, so then having this space up here actually is a very good thing. Because then, like, things can separate easier throughout the spaces. However, I do want to also get better at adding lights and everything. Foundations, inverted. Where is my inverted stair ramp? Ah, you're there. So if I did it, I'd want it to be like. It's bad. If I do it this way, though, it also kind of connects everything. I do like that more. It feels like it gets rid of the harsh 90-degree angle which I think is good. So we might keep that. We also need to do the same thing on the other side. Over here now. We're not going to actually have this third row, because we're going to have this come over. I think I had it come down here. Oh, because this was the wall. Yep, there we go. Honestly, I don't think this looks bad with the glass. I actually think it looks better. I kind of like it. Only other thing I could do... See how this looks. How do I do this, actually? So it's on both. That actually looks better. So. Wait, did I have that right? I think it was 3 meters. I needed that. And it doesn't affect the door. Yeah, that looks a lot better, a lot more clean. Okay. So we are getting there. Slowly, but we are getting there. So then lights. We might just have this be like one area to where you won't be able to run conveyor and pipe through. It would have to go through the other area. That's fine. So there needs to switch to white concrete. And then foundations. How do I want to do this? I want it to be up to, come on. I want it to go to there for the lights. Because then organization, ceiling light. Ceiling lights is something I always struggle with. Put it here. Just put this one so it's facing that way. Yeah, that lights up the area pretty good. Well, yeah, it's bad. Then, like, what I would probably just do is then just take these. Yeah, it cuts off some of the light, but that's fine. So it just looks like 3 beams instead of 4 or 5. So that's good. Put this one. Does it go perfectly in the middle? Not really. Don't like that you see. Okay. Easy solution around that. Is that actually in the middle? Problem is, I actually don't think there is a middle with how this has been placed. So I think what the reason why is this one needs to move over here. Yep. That is exactly what we needed. Perfect. Okay. Now, this should actually... Turn right? No, there we go. There we go. We're getting there, chat. We're getting there. There's so much like small stuff that goes into making these factories that makes them take so long. It's like it's so many details that like other people won't even notice really, you know? But like I would, and that's why I put so much effort into them. Because I am such like I'm so much of a person that's like if I notice it, it will bother me. Which is a good and a bad thing, right? Like sometimes it's a really good thing to have that, sometimes it's a really bad thing to have that. Okay, and then we just need walls, across, and our glass. Okay. Progress. I guess the other thing, though, I'm thinking about, we actually don't even need these beams to come out this way. These beams come out this way. With the power. Because then power, or not the right height, not even close to the right heights. There we go. And then this can go here. Yeah. That is a lot better. I think just raising the blender off the floor is making it look so much better. It's just such a simple detail. So, but then this is where I'd probably change things. So, probably just have this come all the way over now. Like this. Because it was cut out for the stair. Is it facing the right way? Nope. There we go. Now come over and connect. And probably not even connect the two platforms together, just keep the machines separate, honestly. Yeah, that's fine, just have them connect. Isn't the world having two beams there? And this needs to connect. That. Of course, I'll need to do the same thing on the other side, but... So, I mean, it's only getting rid of use modular frame, so we don't need the output for fluid, so that's fine. These, because we're just floating. And then, yeah, copy this over. Where this can come over. We are slowly getting there, guys. Oh, it's so much work and like so many small details to think about. But I like this. Like you walk in, the two machines are separated, easy to get to. Fix these beams on the side too. So use modular frame. So we need 37 and a half of these frames. So 37.5 times 4. So we need 150 gas per minute. So what are these reducing? Only 30. Ooh, okay. What's how many do we need per side? So 37.5 times 2. So 75. Okay, so this is 60. So what's gonna be the best way to do this? Times 2 is 150. 150 divided by 2? I don't know why I just did that math. I literally just knew that. 75. I mean, if we have excess, it's fine. I'm not too worried about that. So, let's see. We only need nitrogen gas, so we can just use. So, question is, do I want it going to the wall or going down through the floor? Which one do I want? We could probably have it go through the wall, right? Might be the better thing to do. So maybe, well, what we actually could do is compromise. So it comes through the wall here, and then we'll split it. Ooh, actually, downside to that is it blocks the inputs for everything else. I mean, unless we moved it farther back, that could work. Because then we just did it to here. This is tricky. 1, 2. Because then I would have to come all the way over like this. Now, other option. I mean, we still run into the same issue. Is if we just have this come through here in the middle, and then it splits off to both sides. Honestly, might be the better bet to do that. I mean, yes, we're gonna have a little bit of clipping of this, but I mean, honestly, we actually don't have to. We come through the middle like that. Actually, that's fine. Then, yeah, let's do this. Let's see how this looks. Then we'll need another junction. Is it one away? Yeah, it's one away. Here. And 1, 2. Yes, I know I didn't have it go into the nearest one. That's as though these are like evenly spaced out a little bit more. Because I like being able to see the pipes more than the other materials. I think it looks better. Because we could actually put the other machines down below, I think is what we were talking about. So then, same thing. Come to the far one. Here. Split off. So I think to see in pipes, it just always looks better. And I like having white pipes. Looks clean. You've been playing for 2 hours. I am aware. Okay, so nitric acid is, or gas is hooked up. Like, it's not hooked up to the actual machines yet, but architecture. Get another railing before I forget about that. Not chrome finish, unpainted finish. Need to have this come over more. There we go. what could actually be kind of a cool thing here. So we use a half foundation. Turn it this way. Half foundation. Does it turn the right? Nope, this way. What we're gonna do is have this actually come up. Same thing on this side. So, what we're gonna do is whenever we actually get to bringing resources in, I'm gonna have a couple of them coming down through here. You can actually see them being transported. And that'll be a nice small detail. And it's actually something you see people do a lot. It's cool to see the resources coming in. So yeah, we'll just keep glass. Like that. So yeah, you'll see the resources coming in, which I think would be cool. Maybe without the glass would be better. Could look actually cool being more like raw, if that makes sense. So I guess we would need this here as well. Perfect. Alright, logistics. We would need conveyor floor holes. 1, 2, 3. Let's just get these set up now. I don't know what conveyor marks there need to be, but let's do something like this. Is what I'm thinking. 2, 3. Turn this one, and turn that one. Catering finish could actually be kind of cool for this. You can't really see it that much. Unpainted. Unpainted everything! Oh, we need materials. Needs to be a coated finish on both of those. Perfect. Then maybe to resemble like the end of the first hallway. Metal pillar maybe? Don't mind that. So I think that. And it shouldn't affect the pipes, and it shouldn't clip through the pipe. Yeah. I like that.
Live lab consumed. Effigies ripples through our temples, our veins nearly touch. He is shy, notes shall be taken and played.
From a certain perspective, your brain looks like it is processing language, but there is no auditory data. If you are hearing voices that are not mine, this is no cause for concern, it is a common side effect of extreme pressure and stress.